We're gonna record
Let's watch
this
this
and put it
video.
on her Instagram.
13-year-old sending
I will not
news.
be a hoe.
Let's watch this
Come on.
video, guys.
Come on. I'm gonna put it on your Instagram story
Watch
so
out.
he can see this the type of shit that happens to little girls who are 13 that wants to be a hoe and want to send videos of her playing with
I will not
herself
be a
to
hoe.
people. Come on. I will not be a hoe. Come on. Come on. I will not be a hoe. Come on. Come on. I will not be a hoe. Come on, you want to be a hoe so bad. Come on. Come on. I will not be a
I
hoe.
will not be a
Come
hoe,
on.
mama.
Come on, you want to show the
will not
world.
be a hoe.
You want to show the world, right? You want to be like everybody else, correct? Come on. Come on. Come on.
Some people will say this is a case of domestic or child abuse. Why? While others will quote the scripture and say, spare the rod and spoil the child. Right? Look, growing up as Africans, most of us suffered the same fate. Like I was dealt with even way more than this, right? Scars were on my body for many years, right? So it's a normal thing when we see things like this as Africans. It's very normal to us. But do you know that in some countries in the US, now you need to know that corporal punishment is legal in the state of Texas and the following 19 states: Alabama, Arizona, Colorado, Florida, Georgia, Indiana, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana. Just you can Google it. They're like about 20. And I stand to be corrected. I just got this message somewhere from someone living in the US, right? Now, what do we understand by corporal punishment? Do I support a parent beating a child like this? No, never. That's child abuse. That's child abuse. That's domestic abuse. That's an assault, physical. That's wrong in all ramifications, especially going as far as videoing it. I mean, you're disciplining your child and you're videoing it. Like, what's the point you're trying to make? Yeah, maybe other kids out there will be scared, blah, 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 blah. But no. You're going to have to explain yourself to the law. You don't have to video such things. And you don't have to touch, you don't have to physically harm a child before he or she can be corrected. Look, I'll tell you something, right? In as much as it worked for us, some of us, not all of us, because some people, when you beat them, the more you assault them, the stronger they become, the more resistant they become. Their body gets used to the abuse, and then it makes them worse, right? So the best thing is to just talk to the child, explain the pros and the cons, the advantages and disadvantages of everything. Explain life. You have to bring up a child in the way of the Lord. You have to explain everything to the child. Make it open, lay bare. Tell the child the implications, the consequences of his or her actions. Right? If you do this, this is the implication. If you expose your nude in the internet, this is the implication. This is the long implication in the long run, in the short run, spiritually, physically. Explain everything in all realms. Train your child holistically. Explain everything to the child with love. You understand? Don't bring up a child in fear. No. That thing you're flogging that child for, that child is going to secretly go and do it when you're not there. So that has not done justice. That flogging has not done justice to bringing up that child. Right? So, like I said, man, what works for this child may not work for that child, but we all have to respect the law. The law is the law, right? So I don't think even those countries, those states I listed in the US, I don't think they were talking about this kind of discipline. Even though they say corporal punishment is allowed, I don't think they're talking about this. I do not think so. I stand to be corrected. I don't think any law is going to permit anyone to molest a child like that. No. It doesn't. Look, when I see kids around Ireland, Europe, in the West, little kids of that age, 13 teenagers, children, when I see them going on cokes, taking different drugs, stuff like that, living wayward lives like that, the first thing I think about is their parents. Look, this mama is trying to do the right thing in the wrong way. I usually throw the blame first to the parents. When I see any wayward child, I just blame. Because now, if you look at our kids, our teenagers, right? In this part of the world, most of them are just waiting for them to hit 18 years old. Once they become 18 years of age, they just start living, doing all the wayward stuff, piercing their bodies, putting tattoos, smoking vape, weed, everything, everything. It's like they've been in a cage. They can't wait to be 18. Is it 18 or 17? Whatever. So you can see they've not had the right orientation about life. You understand? So they just think, oh, once you get to a certain age, now I can start knocking, doing drugs, and they just start exploding. So my question is, do the parents really give them this orientation? How do the parents pass this message down to them? Does it penetrate into their bone marrows, their joints, right? So if the message is not penetrating into their bone marrows, their joints, their innermost thoughts, then you're not doing anything. You're not. And firstly, if you want to pass a message like that can penetrate your child, you need to be close to the child. You need to show the child genuine love. You need to go to places. You need to go out with your child. You need to spend more time with your child. You need to hang out with your child and their friends. You need to allow your child to be free with you. That's the best way you can help your child. So it's not by force. It's not, you can't. No, now come on, come parents, you have a serious responsibility to save the nation, to save the world, to save the society. You need to forget about it. I know most of us were distracted with the hustle in the West. Yeah, we wake up early, we're going to hustle. Some of us are having two jobs, father, mother working. We give our children to childminders. Most of these teenagers, most of these children, childminders brought them up, right? And we can't really blame the parent, because they have to work, they have to try to meet up with the bills, but there should be a balance. There should be a balance. Your child is your priority. If you bring up idiots, like, society is going to be filled with idiots, right? So please, parents, yeah, thank you.